The Rover is an SUV. Yeah. Okay. There's a big old truck van. Yeah.
I haven't actually been describing that, but this happens every day, and it was just a particularly stressful circumstance. So I felt I'd actually describe it again for once.
Okay. The day is over. You have your karma. You have your money. You have. It is now the 12th. You have until the 18th to go to the swamp and get the algae and
We
come
also
back.
have a job.
We should probably do that.
What's our travel time to the swamp?
It will take a day. It'll take a day, pretty much.
Alright.
Because, and then, not only is there, you will take a day, but you're at some point going to have to leave the truck behind. There aren't entire there are sections of the place which straight up just have stretches of sludge that you cannot drive through.
Alright.
You will at some point need to leave the truck. If you had
I get my fucking chem suit on.
if you had an airboat or a hovercraft of some kind, you could go the entire way through.
And
So you are straight up going to have to trudge through parts of the swamp.
Would it be how much would it? Here's a question: how much would it cost to rent a hoverboat?
A lot.
Okay.
You're not supposed to be going there in the first place. You first of all, the first problem is actually you're going to have to go through the containment barricade, which means you're going to have to sneak through, or if you wanted to be absolute fuckers, you could just kill the people there. That is straight up just, killing soldiers who are doing their job and are actually trying to keep you safe. Straight up.
Oh, we need enough.
And if they're actual soldiers, they're going to have military spec gear, and they will kill us.
They're actual soldiers, but they're actual soldiers for the the Liberation Army, who are now the actual just normal army. Which means they have good equipment, but not particularly well trained.
Hardened armor goes a long way.
Also, mostly guns. They don't actually have all that great armor.
Oh.
Well, then I need to upgrade my sneaking and my survival before missions begin. Before we go up there.
Give me some kind of thing to plan out your time, actually, because you're actually you're reaching the point where you're running out of time slightly.
No, we need to go now. We can't train anymore. We
I straight up told them we were going to go.
That's why I'm saying give me a thing to plan out your timing. I can't just tell you outright that you can.
What? Okay, so that would be logic plus what?
No, as in this is us the
about?
players.
I'm telling someone to make a roll.
Yeah, I know. What would that be?
I'm trying to come up with something. Just math would help. If you have a math skill, there's the mathematics knowledge.
I have accounting, which is a math skill.
Accounting.
Okay, time accounting's a thing.
Yeah, alright. Accounting will work.
Alright, so that's 6. Oh god.
Alright, 2 successes can get you a rough outline, and if it takes a day, 2, and then a day back, when you're combining the amounts of time just to get into the central swamp, when you combine those two together, combined with given
Operation time,
the ability, the amount of time necessary to both find your way through and find the city of Ook. Ook is the city you're trying to get to. I think I mentioned it once.
Yeah.
The submerged city, by the way, because it got flooded by toxic sludge.
Who would have the authority? Sorry, I just need to get this out of my head before I forget the question. Who would have the authority to give us access to that area?
Probably the mayor would, actually.
So yeah, I'm gonna call him up.
Okay, yeah. But give me a moment before to finish up the time.
Sorry. Yes.
So that means you have, at the very least, if you did everything correctly, you have 3 days necessary to do this. Which means you probably want to give yourself at least another day or 2 buffer. Which means you do actually have 1 day to train stuff.
That's good.
So you want to increase a skill,
pick something and put 1 rank in it. That's about it.
That's about all you could do, really. Yeah.
So, So Rupert, I'm going to need your help here because I'm bad at talking to people asking for favors.
All right.
I was planning on asking the mayor to just, let us in the swamp.
Give us clearance.
Negotiation roll then.
I mean,
Yeah, in just a moment.
Yeah.
You can ring him up real quick. When do you want to do this? This is actually kind of an important thing.
I'm
When do you
assuming
want
we're
to
going to
call
want
him?
daylight, aren't we?
He wants.
yeah.
Most of us need
That's
daylight.
why I'm
Well, I
not
don't need
walking.
daylight, but
Someone literally can't function in daylight, basically.
yeah. Does anyone else have a problem
It's
with daylight?
okay. I'm gonna be bitchy anyway. It's not gonna change anything.
Yeah, so we'll pick an early start. So in a day from now.
Okay.
While they're out doing that, Virgil's just gonna buy some gel rounds for his rifle.
Okay. Go ahead. Don't even roll for it. Just buy them. Gel rounds are super
Yeah,
easy
yeah,
to get.
just
Like
like-
those are.
Gel rounds are practically everywhere, it seems like.
Gel rounds are over the counter at a convenience store common.
They're personal defense without murder rounds.
Yeah. Like they're even easier to get than tasers are, which is kind of funny. All right, calling up Arthur. Yes. How can I help you today?
Oh, hello, Mr. Mayor. This is Sir Rupert. I assume you can still remember me after the little job we did for you a few days ago.
Yes, of course. Thank you for your thank you again for your prompt action and your assistance. He kind of like he sounds super conflicted when he says that. Like he's got a lot of emotions just thanking you for doing that thing.
I'm sorry to bother you so early, and I do feel kind of bad about asking for a favour at this stage. But our employer has asked us to recover something from the swamps, and I've been told that you're the best person to ask for clearance.
Are you talking about Suoki? You trying to get into the Mazuri containment zone?
I
Yes.
assume that's
both
what
on both accounts. Yes.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm going to play it cool. As if, I think that's the name of the location we were given. Yes, we're not locals, so we don't really know.
I would recommend you didn't.
Unfortunately, our employer is very insistent.
I mean, he did make use of said employer's employees for a bit of time, so...
Leech wants me to give you clearance into... I wish he would have just asked me personally.
Plausible deniability, I think.
Oh dear, I wish he wasn't just sending you to your deaths.
We're not going to die, it's fine. We've done a lot much work for you've never seen the sprawls of
Give
Seattle.
me a negotiation real quick.
Yeah.
One more time?
Give me a negotiation, Sir Rupert.
Okay.
Yep, it's on it. 5's not bad, actually.
5 is pretty good. Yeah.
Oh.
Are you absolutely sure that you're prepared to go into the containment zone?
Chem suits, we're going to make an early start. We'll take a couple of days' supplies, plenty of ammunition. Yeah, we're pretty sorted. We'll be pushing up on our survival as well.
I mean, is anyone really truly prepared to going into a war zone?
Shh! You're not on this call.
I know.
This was never a war zone. Red Smolky never got interacted with.
It's a war against nature at this point.
Nature is a war zone.
Well, if you're absolutely prepared and know what you're doing.
Oh yes, I've been to. I was in the Desert Wars.
Ooh, the Desert War. Okay, I can give you a head notice that you can pass through the barricade.
Oh, excellent! Thank you very much.
Be very safe. Be careful. The Swalky it's very dangerous. It is extremely dangerous, and please don't get yourself killed.
Yep, we're very careful. It's fine. We have no intention of dying.
I'm sure. Of course. Well, give me a call immediately after you're done, please. I would like to be reassured that you're alive.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, goodbye.
Alright.
You'll have your... just present your sins to the guards there, and you will be able to pass through just fine.
We'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that takes care of the guards.
Yep. We can just walk in.
I know that the any liquid would probably be very highly toxic when the hour. But I'm just trying to see if I can get one throwaway drone to get the if it's get the what do you call the word? The algae if necessary, like a naval drone.
He actually explained that the algae does not grow underwater.
Okay.
It grows near water on stone surfaces.
Okay.
You
So
already said that ahead of time.
And I was just wondering if how much algae are we supposed to be getting is the question.
I don't think I ever told you, but he gave you like a
Containment.
a rather sizable containment. Like it's like a beaker, but the beaker has like lots of.
It's like a gallon beaker.
And it's not that it's particularly large. It's that it's really safe. You can tell.
I'm just trying to figure out we can do some hands-off retrieval necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think of what would give me an ability to remotely collect it when we're in range to it.
If your drones have any kind of limbs, then they could, but I don't think they do. I think they just have guns.
I wonder if I can install I can switch out a limb on a drone. Can a drone get a cyber limb?
No.
No,
Okay.
but they can get manipulators.
They
I'm pretty
are-
sure.
Yeah.
Like, even if this isn't a in-game thing, I can say that you can get a manipulator for a drone.
Alright, let's see if I can attach it on the manipulator to one of my proto drones.
You won't be able to find software for it, so you will have to manually control it when you're doing this. But
I
that's
plan to.
okay. That's kind of like what you plan on doing anyway.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to put it on? Buck Bumble is slightly larger than the other two, if I remember.
It's going to be but actually they're the Buck Bumble is just a really heavily armored version of drones.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
If you want, I can throw together some slapdash code, so you'll be able to manipulate it directly.
well, I'm going to be rigging into it anyway, so
Okay.
yeah, I'll put it on Buck
I
Bumble.
mean, so it can continue to hold on to stuff and not lose balance. I'm gonna make a software check.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Which means that if you have to get out of it when you have to stop rigging into it immediately, then it won't just lose control over the arm. Is the idea?
Well, it already has flight software.
Yeah, but the arm doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, the arm is before you attach it. It's currently an anomaly on the drone, and that means that unless you have the software for it, it just kind of stays where it was than the last time you used it. This means it will recognize that it has the arm and can probably keep it safe and out of the way and make sure that things don't fall out of its grip or whatever. Yeah,
Gotcha.
rating 3 that'll work just fine. It's essentially rating 3 software for it or whatever.
Alright.
It's gonna be a bit buggy, but I mean, I don't have any time to beta test it.
Where better than to put it on the Bumblebee if it's buggy. Hey, there you go.
Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's the thing I would have done during prep, because right now Turtle's scared out of her fucking mind.
Yep.
Also, how much would it cost for the manipulator arm?
Say 500 new yen. Not very expensive. It's just a limb.
Is it possible to get it to up the rating?
Yeah. Let's say it costs 500 per rating, so 1,500 for the arm, and then you can combine that with the code to make it exactly rating 3 on all forms.
Alright, so do that. I'll make 1,500 spend.
Just
You're
don't
gonna-
roll a glitch because buggy code goes haywire on even a normal glitch.
So you're gonna have to spend. Frank's going to have to spend the day doing this and upgrading the drone. You won't really be able to learn a thing for this.
Yeah, don't worry. I will trust my teammates too.
Doc,
for my-
I'm assuming, is going to do the survival thing, and Virgil, you said that you wanted to get the gel rounds. You can do more than that. That's just going to a store and buying them.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and get some survival skill after that too.
Okay, no problem.
Also, can I ask if Virgil's going out to get bullets? Is it possible for him to get enough for Frank too?
What kind do you want?
Just assault rifle. Basically, everything my guys fly.
You're paying for him.
I intend to.
Oh god, that's right. Doc is busy for the day, so Turtle spends most of it in a horrible feedback loop of panic.
Yep.
Well, I mean, would Doc be is he entirely too busy to actually do other things? I mean, I would assume that the training is not it would be like he can't take the day doing a run, but he could, chat with.
It's like 8 hours of study as with breaks.
Yeah. So I
Take a
mean,
break.
if she needs to have some assistance in like calming down, Doc is available.
She just occasionally brings up the Wikipedia page on the Swalky Swamp, and like it has the equivalent of bright red letters of "Don't go here" on every single paragraph.
Yeah, but the problem is this is such an ever-present thing. It's like you'd show up, you'd fix it, and then she'd start researching again to try to get over it, and she'd just fall right back in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just going to be a thing.
You occasionally come across you come across on Jackpoint or whatever you're looking through. There's like some hotshot who's like, "Oh yeah, it wasn't actually that big of a deal. Like, sure, you can walk through the sludge and the sludge will eat away at your flesh, but don't don't go through the sludge." It's some
Neglecting to mention that the sludge is 3 foot high in some places.
In between panic attacks, I am absolutely going to grill this person for as much information about this place as possible.
3 feet is no, that's like way too small, dude. It's like in some places the sludge is super deep, like super deep.
I'm
Like
so
you go
glad we
down-
got full chem suits.
Yeah.
Still
I'm
not
actually
gonna
going to
save
provide
us if we fall in, but
in later versions of it. I'm actually going to provide chem suit rating 4 ones to players instead of letting you
have
buy
mentioned
rating
that.
6 ones.
To make it more spicy, make it spicy enough to
Yeah,
dangerous.
spice, swamp spice. I love the swamp.
Well, there's also the fact that we thought to buy them.
Okay. I think everyone's prepared then.
As prepared, I think we're gonna get.
Prepared. Yeah, sure.
Make the bumblebee give a thumbs up.
Nice. You bought the ammo. You bought.
Yeah,
the
I
drone arm,
bought the ammo and the drone arm and I got it
and
installed.
You two learned survival training. Sir Rupert did. What did Sir Rupert do?
Oh, do you want me to roll to install it?
Don't worry about it. It's easy.
Okay.
What is Sir Rupert doing in this one day for preparation? Is he also learning a bit of survival training?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just adjusting.
Alright. Then the day is the 13th. Before you go, there's actually like public. If you check the news at all, you learn that today is the fireman spaghetti dinner at the fire station.
Can we go to get spaghetti before going?
No,
You got it.
we're doing the swamp first, then we're getting spaghetti.
But
Tonight is the spaghetti dinner, though. You can't go to the swamp first and then come back for spaghetti.
there's always next year.
If you want to come back for the spaghetti dinner at the fire station, you can next year.
no, I want pasta.
Yeah, I have a note here that this is the fucking spaghetti dinner at the fire station today. How do you feel about that, assholes?
It makes me feel like that's gonna be super important.
Hungry.
Okay,
Well,
we can go get
Tragic
spaghetti.
accident.
They're
I have
all
this tragic accident at the spaghetti dinner. Food poisoning everywhere.
Also, it could just be a red herring to make us paranoid to live.
Till it.
Background music stopped, so we're going to get some nice spaghetti dinner music. Nope, that sounds like a swamp.
It's up to you if you want to go crash the spaghetti dinner if you want.
I would pay my entry.
It's still crashing it, I guess. Really, trust me.
We weren't invited.
I thought it was a. I thought it was a.
It's not public.
fundraiser.
It's just it's public knowledge that it's happening, but entering
Oh,
it isn't
okay.
public.
Room.
Okay. Do you want to go to the swamp now?
Yeah.
All right. Trip to the swamp. It's mostly just like for the first like 6 hours. It's just boring driving.
I do that. I use that with my rigger interface. I'm jacked into my car.
And then you come up to the, you come up to the barricade, which is a large. It's here. It has a fence. You can probably assume that most parts of it don't. It's just a wire fence. But there's a whole bunch of soldiers on guard outside. They're wearing normal armor. Pretty much, they're not wearing mil-spec armor, which is kind of interesting. Apparently, they just don't have particularly good armor. But they do have expensive looking and powerful weapons in their hands.
Sir Rupert, if you would to talk to the nice men.
Does anyone have an actual national sin?
I have a national sin.
Anyone who has one of those, you can probably just.
Not Poland, but I have a national sin with.
They're kind of just looking for one person, and
yeah,
they're just gonna do a quick sin check and then let you through.
All right. So yeah, I will give them my actual sin.
Yep. A Frank Cooper.
Yes, that's my moniker.
All right. You're part of the group that Archer sent prior clearance to. Oh, good luck, assholes. You're not gonna have much fun in there.
We don't really intend to have fun. We intend to come back alive.
I do like the fact that he even says, "Good luck, assholes."
He just gives you a shrug and, all right, everybody, clear out, let them through. And they open up the fence, which is, again, it's just like a wire fence. If you wanted to, now that you think about it, you probably could have just plowed right through. And you wouldn't have harmed them at all. They'd just be pursuing you the whole time.
That
would have been rude.
Followed us.
Yeah, they would have followed you, but still.
That would have been rude.
At least for a distance, but then it's if you're going into the swamp. Oh God. Okay.
Make as few waves as possible.
Yeah.
All you really would have to do is wait for them to come out of the swamp.
Shut up. DM is talking. Okay. All you have to do really is just. You can only go around 30 kilometers in your SUV. At some point, though, it just becomes impossible to drive through. There's just so many pockets of the water in quotes, and you can't get through it. You're going to have to get out and go on foot eventually. I recommend leaving your truck. You're probably better off leaving your truck here, honestly, than bringing it with you and just going the entire way on foot, because if you lose it, you're never finding it again.
I know. Alright, I will leave the truck here, but I was just wondering if I could just go out as the drones and keep my meat body safe.
What, you want to stay in the truck the entire time?
Well, isn't there kind of a limit as to how far you can send the drones before the noise or the distance starts to get in the way?
Yeah, and somewhere around here it'll be quite quick.
I mean, here there's lots of. The only things that are really disrupting it, I guess, the signal would be trees.
Yeah, actually, there wouldn't be a lot of noise. It would just more be distance. How far can he actually transmit himself through the drones?
Yeah, the distance will eventually be a problem because you're going pretty far in.
All right, I'll go. I was just wondering if that was
Luckily
possible.
for me, I have 2 points of noise reduction.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a Vulcan Liege Lord, which has a device rating of 5.
Okay.
So.
But once she's out of the vehicle, and actually in the swamp, she very quickly gets more annoyed than scared.
If you like, you can stay in the vehicle.
Not really, because you're leaving the vehicle here, remember?
I know. You don't want to risk yourself. Okay, I was just offering.
Okay.
Into the swamp with us.
Hooray, swampage.
And how long are we schlepping?
For some time.
Did the background here fully load in for everyone?
It
Or
is
is it
blurry as fuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
God damn
give
it.
it a minute.
No, that's not going to load in. I need to completely replace it.
It's I pulled out and see blurry.
Yeah,
No, there it goes.
it fixed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fixed.
Still blurry, man.
Can I get my Can I get my 3 drones?
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh, there we go. I have to zoom in and out.
I'm gonna let Turtle use Mugen. I use Hugin Bumblebee.
She has a weapon now.
Yeah.
It's probably better than whatever the gun on the drone is.
Okay, I'll
Then
use all 3
again,
of
in
them.
this setting, it's only going to be useful up to like what?
Oh, it's only slightly foggy. Like, here's the thing: is that it's only like giving you a -1 penalty to perception here, just to look through, because it's like it's very slightly gassy.
Doesn't Taruper have thermographic vision?
Yeah, he's fine here actually.
Yeah, and so does
Okay.
Virgil.
My vision enhancers have a higher rating than the penalty, so
Mm.
I'm still at a net +1 for vision.
So frankly, like you only have a -1 on firing in here, and the damage like penalty to the laser I think is like extremely minor. It's like -2 at most, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the swamp. This is Swalka Swamp. I'll warn you here. Thankfully, you are equipped to deal with it, but the area here is like even being in the air eventually would kill you in a day if you were not wearing protection. The chem suit seals you up just fine. You're a-okay, but within a day, if you were not, you would die out here from exposure to like chemicals and whatnot.
Always wear protection, folks.
But gee,
The most of the sludge here is it's green with like yellow tinges whenever it gets like shallow, which is kind of an interesting effect. It's weird. And once you get into like deeper in, the sludge turns like red. It's like uncomfortable to look at, like blood red.
so it's basically LCL. That's
Real life toxic sludge tends to be red. It's kind of weird and interesting.
Turtle's bitching constantly
Yeah.
about the
There aren't-
conditions.
funny thing, there aren't even any mosquitoes out.
They're dead.
They would totally
Well-
die here.
Well, I was gonna say, good thing there aren't mosquitoes because then they would toxic mosquitoes.
Well,
Yeah.
there's
Like-
probably no mosquitoes because there's nothing for them to live on.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
The
The
trees
only things
here
that are
look
probably
like-
still alive in this swamp are quite seriously like things that have taken on the toxic
Aspect.
aspect. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's a
You
point.
have to really be careful. Like, okay, here's the thing: is these trees are theoretically alive because they have not rotted yet. Because even though that they don't have leaves and they're like a stark white and gray.
They are biologically at least still alive.
So,
They're adapted to live here, but I mean, whatever kind of tree living you got might be a little bit weird.